What is going on? Welcome to episode 94 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, Ep.94 Josh, on this NPC Mini. That music you just heard was from On Being Human. You can check them out on Spotify and YouTube. Remember, we're the unofficial Nintendo podcast. They release one podcast a month under the name Nintendo Power Podcast. Check them out on iTunes and Google Play. If you would like to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/NPC. There you can choose from one of so many books. Books I recommend, Ready Player One, Console Wars, Super Mario, How Nintendo Conquered America. All great choices. Check it out, audibletrial.com/NPC. Guys, the chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. If you want to get yourself a comfortable, affordable gaming chair, go to opseat.com. Use coupon code N64Josh to save $10. And we have a couple of announcements.
Hey, listen!
All right, we do this show live, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Twitch.tv/N64Josh, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Come hang out. I am currently writing a book called Another Castle. Coming soon. Coming soon. We're giving away a $60 eShop gift card. Details are pinned to my Twitter profile at N64Josh. We have the Smash Bros. Cast tonight live on Twitch at 10 p.m. Pacific. Mario Kart Mondays are happening every week. Come race with us. Saturday morning Splatoons. Get some sugary cereal and play Splatoon. And First Look Fridays. And this week we are going to be looking at Battle Chasers and Ice Cream Surfer. So should be a good time. I do that at 6 a.m. on Fridays. Twitch.tv/N64Josh. All right. Well, the next thing we always do is we look at the sales that Nintendo has going on right now on the Switch. So let's pull that page up here, and we'll check these sales out. All right. It's going to be just a second, because it's the one thing I don't have pulled up right now. Here we go. Week after week, so many sales. I got Nightcrawler saying Hello Kitty Racing Mondays. That one's not in my collection yet. I'll let you guys know live. Most of you know, some of you know, I've been going for a complete Switch collection. I lost track of what games were coming out physical. Amazon would have conflicting dates with Best Buy and GameStop. I've seen 2 games that I don't have. So as of right now, the physical collection is not complete. So if you're let down, I'm sorry. I will try to make it up to you. I will try to make it up to you, I promise. So we are going to look at some of the Switch sales right now. Here we go. One of these days I'll actually just keep this page, saved so that I can get to it easy. All right, here we go. With quite a few. Looks like there are quite a few games on sale right now, and some really good ones. So if you've missed any of these, make sure to check them out. First one, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, $40.19. World Conqueror X, $7.49. Mulaka, $7.98. Paper Wars Cannon Fodder Devastated, $4.99. Totes the Goat, $3.99. Superola and the Lost Burgers, $4.19. Tarkwell Physics Modified Edition, $7.49. The Fall Part 2 Unbound, $11.49. Aegis Defenders, $14.99. Mad Carnage. Looks like I don't know, some kind of car game. Looks kind of like Mad Max. I'm not sure. $2.49. So not a big investment there if you want to check it out. 3D Mini Golf, $17.99. Island Flight Simulator, $17.99. Darkest Dungeon, $21.24. Energy Invasion, $2.39. Stickbold, a Dodgeball Adventure Deluxe, $10.49. Tactical Mind, $1.49. Puzzle Box Maker, $11.99. The next every time it's Penelope, right? But I have a funny story of a person that was reading to a little girl where all the adults could hear, and he kept saying Penelope. So every time I see Penelope, I always think Penelope because of that. So that was $9.99. Brawl Out, $13.99. Which, if you're really hungry for a little bit of smash action on the Switch, Brawl Out might kind of scratch that itch for you. Mecho Tales, 99 cents. That's down from $10. It's $1. So maybe we're checking out for $1. One More Dungeon, $6.39. Dimension Drive, $9.74. Red Game Without a Great Name, $1.49. Vostok Inc., $11.99. I played the demo for that one. It's kind of a fun game, kind of a twin stick shooter. It's interesting. It's very quirky, but not too bad. And there is a demo, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and do that. And I believe you find all demos by going to the eShop, obviously, but then going to where it says free games. You can find demos there. Caveman Warriors, $11.69. 9 Parchments, $11.99. Battle Chef Brigade, $13.99. Heard good stuff about that one. Lumo, $15.95. Green Game Time Swapper, $1.49. Heroes of the Monkey Tavern, $4.99. Uno for Nintendo Switch, $6.99. Cartoon Network Battle Crashers, $19.49. Monopoly, $19.99, still too much. Monster Jam Crush It, $19.49. Just Dance 2018, $34.79. The Count Lucaner, I think is how you say it, $7.49. 88 Heroes, 98 Heroes Edition, $14.97. Ninja Showdown, $8.95. Tumblestone, $4.94. And Binaries, $8.99. Wow, that list gets longer and longer each week. Whew. Check it out. You could find all of them on your Switch. But again, we do this section because I've had people say, hey, you've helped me find the deals. So there you go. Hopefully you can find something you're into that you like. There are a handful of good titles. If you've not played Mario plus Rabbids, I can't recommend it enough. And at $40.19, that is a steal. So don't miss that one. Okay, we have a fair amount of news to get into for this week. Guys, there's rumors everywhere with E3. It's quite fun. So let's get into it. All right. So, first some non-rumors. Let's just talk actual stuff that's real. Mario Tennis Aces will be getting a demo on May 24th. And the online tournament is going to start on June 1st. Now, you have 4 players right off the bat that are playable. Mario, Bowser, Peach, and Yoshi. From my understanding, when you play online matches, you get coins. You can then take those coins and unlock up to 5 other characters. We don't know who that is. Hopefully, my hope, I don't really care who the characters are. I just want to see each class that is available. And there are 6 classes available in Mario Tennis. So the main thing I want to see is each class represented. And I'm pretty sure it will be. So, and for everybody that loves Waluigi, hopefully he's the first one that unlocks. So that's fingers crossed on that one. But that's Mario Tennis Aces. Demo comes out May 24th. Online tournament starts June 1st. So get ready for that. Sushi Strikers story trailer dropped this morning. Yesterday, I think. Starts off this game. Look, I posted on my Instagram a picture of this game and said I'm pretty stoked for it. And I had some people respond like, you're actually excited for this? Anytime Nintendo does something that is off the wall, that is quirky, that is just Nintendo, I like it. I like it. It may not be a game for me, but I'm going to give it a shot. I like puzzle games. This looks good. It looks good to me. I can't wait to actually do online versus with people. That's another big draw for this game for me. it's not going to be for everybody. And I'm not going to sit here and say that you should play this game. No, I mean, you know what you like and what you don't like. For me, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to throwing down with some people in the Discord. Kirby, I'm looking at you. I know we're going to be going head to head. So, story trailer though, pretty funny. Starts off, you see this little kid, which you can pick. I think his name is Musashi, I think, or something like that. I don't have it down in front of me. It's something like that. And it starts off with, I lost both of my parents during the Great Sushi War. So, this game is not taking itself too seriously. There's kind of some just goofy humor throughout this trailer. It's very anime. And so I'm looking forward to it. It is coming out June 8th. I have a full post up on N64Josh.com if you want to see more about Sushi Strikers and be able to watch that trailer. It's you'll see it right there. So, looking forward to that one coming out on 3DS and the Switch. So, hopefully be a good time. Okay, we got some Pokemon rumors. All right. Let's Go Pikachu.com was purchased, and Let's Go Eevee have both been purchased for Nintendo by the same company that purchased the Sun and Moon domains. There's been all kinds of rumors this week about this game coming out, like all kinds of stuff. A lot of stuff that I don't understand because I don't really have a history with Pokemon. From the rumblings I've heard is that it's going like kind of back to its roots, back to where it all started, I guess. The one thing I did see today, and I will try to get it in the show notes, and if I don't, it is on the Nintendo Switch subreddit, there is some footage of Pikachu, like the character model, the way it's animated and walking, and it basically is saying, hey, these are going to be some. It's pointing towards the fact that there'll be high resolution models. So, pretty cool stuff. Again, it's all. This is where I am not an expert when it comes to Pokemon or whatever, but it's looking more and more likely that the two games that are being released on the Switch are going to be called Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which, again, from my understanding, kind of point back to the beginnings of Pokemon. So there we go. Super Nintendad in the chat says, I haven't heard anything about Pokemon. I just heard Star Fox Grand Prix is real. So we're going to talk about that. I got that in we'll get to it shortly here. Go Vacation is a Wii port that is coming to the Switch on July 27th. 50 minigames, multiplayer games, no online play. Looks kind of like the Wii Sports Resort. We're talking like surfing, kart racing, regular racing, snowboarding, probably snowmobiles. Like there is a ton of different mini games, swimming and skiing. Like it looks like there is a ton to do. So that is Go Vacation. I have a post up. You can check it out if you want to see the trailer for it. N64Josh.com. You'll also find it on YouTube. Looks like it could be fun. I was kind of, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't really like the art style all that much myself. Super Nintendo is saying it's being published by Namco on the Wii and is being published by Nintendo this time around. So there you go. It does look like the kind of game. After I watched the full trailer, I was like, this probably would be fun in my living room with the wife and kids. So there you go. That's Go Vacation coming out July 27th. All right, Layton's Mystery Journey is being ported to the Switch from the 3DS. So this is the 3DS game that came out a couple years ago, and there was a Famitsu article that was posted on Twitter that shows basically that, hey, this game exists. This game is also, I'm using this game for something in just a little bit. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about Layton in just a little bit. But if you're a fan of that series, this is coming over to the Switch. Kirby says last year for us. There you go. I'm again not up on Leighton. Sorry. Thank you, Oracle, for keeping keeping me accurate. So Leighton's Mystery Journey was last year on 3DS, coming to Switch. The only for sure date I have seen was August for Japan. So if it may be later for the US. I'm not sure. I didn't see a date for that. Here we go. We're getting to the rumor stuff now. Okay. Star Fox Grand Prix is less like F-Zero, according to a Nintendo Life article. I'm just going to read you some quotes right from their article. It says, first up, Robertson, who I believe is the gaming historian and also does some stuff for Game Explain. And that's you can see that in the article if you want to see who he is, but is keen to stress that the game isn't like F-Zero. We're speculating here, but it sounds more akin to N-Gen Racing on the PlayStation, a game from the creator of Wipeout, which saw players racing against one another in fighter jets. Gameplay mixes racing with classic Star Fox moments. Blasting enemies will give you speed boosts, and you can shoot other players too. So this sounds pretty fun to me. It sounds pretty fun to me. So I again take it with a grain of salt, but I'm hoping this is real. We're gonna keep going here. It says each Grand Prix consists of 3 tracks and boss battles, and when you're not racing, you can walk around a hub area and interact with famous faces from the Star Fox series. Robertson has heard that Retro is even considering introducing characters from outside of the franchise, such as Donkey Kong. The hub also offers up new story elements and races. Finally, Robinson says that the name is subject to change and that the game could release as early as this year, although 2019 is also a possibility. And I do have a link to that full article if you want to check it out. Again, take it with a grain of salt, but more and more, I mean, Nintendad just came in and said he just heard that Star Fox Grand Prix is real. I mean, this is the one game that's looking more and more likely to be true, that it is coming out. We don't know that for sure. Let me backtrack through the chat a little bit. Kirby said to drop the Okami date. I'm not sure. To me, I'm looking back through chat here. I don't know if anybody put it. I don't have it in my notes. But yeah, I did see that Japan is getting a physical release of Okami, but the States is only getting digital, which was unfortunate because that it looked really good. The physical case looked great. So okay, here we go. Earlier this week, fake leaks. Kirby says August 9th for us. So, or for the US. So there you go. There's the Okami date, which would be the same as Leighton, unless I got the date wrong. So don't quote me on that one. I don't have that date right here in front of me. Fake leaks. This time of year, we're getting all kinds of leaks. We're getting, and most of it's fake. A lot of it's not real, but it's fun, right? I enjoy reading this stuff. I enjoy kind of getting excited about it. It's kind of like being a kid at Christmas when we see these things. I don't get my hopes up about it. It's just like, I almost enjoy the creativity that goes into some of these things, but there was one that came out that was just 2 printed pieces of paper, like they were emails that got printed, and they literally had the list that I was like, wow, yes, please, give me this. Punch-Out, Star Fox, that wasn't a racing game. It looked like a regular Star Fox game. It even had, Shigeru Miyamoto would be coming out and talking. Metroid, of course. Fallout 3, like I don't know if it was a anniversary edition, something like that. Zelda Link's Awakening remake for the 3DS. Just, I mean, they went into pretty good detail. They obviously took some time to make this up. The thing is, for me, the red flag that this one is not real is the fact that it was missing Leighton. Because to me, that seems like something that would get talked about at E3. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that would be the case. So, and I see you guys doing a bit war in the chat right now. Thank you so much for all the bits. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. So, again, those games are fun to like. When I see Punch-Out, when I see Star Fox, Metroid, Fallout, even Zelda's Link's Awakening, like all of this is like that would be awesome. This would be the E3 that I would be super stoked about. I know there's going to be things at E3 that I'm like, that's not for me. But most of it I'm going to be pretty hyped about. And so I saw an article, or I think it was a video on Nintendo Life. I saw they tweeted it right before I went live that, leaks are fun to read about. And it really is the case. Like I love seeing the different perspectives from all the different writers that look at these things and talk about the games and maybe some past memories with them, that kind of stuff. So I enjoy it. I think it's fun. But the J-Wits, who has a Nintendo YouTube channel, which I highly recommend you check out. He puts out amazing content. This was his tweet. I'm just going to read it word for word. I can't believe people are still falling for paper leaks, finger quotes there, where someone takes a picture of a piece of paper they printed and pretend it's an E3 set list. I don't think I have ever seen one of those to be true. It's fake leaks for people with zero Photoshop skill. So I really got a kick out of that. I thought it was funny. I mean, look, it's just, for me, this is just a fun time of year. I like seeing the leaks. I like seeing just people excited and talking about it. And I mean, it keeps our Discord flying. Like everybody's just talking about this stuff, and we're constantly seeing links come in with different articles, and so it's just fun. It's just fun. Kirby says, did one of these papers have confidential on them? Yeah, I don't think so. The other thing that I saw that was funny, one of the comments in this tweet was like, I liked how they made the picture a little darker. If they turn the lights off and don't use a flash, it just helps make it seem a little more real. I mean, I was listening to a podcast called the Nintendo Shack, and they were talking about how they all shared this Animal Crossing on the Switch leak that came out. And I even had Nosmosis, what's up? He texted me and was like, Animal Crossing on the Switch. And so I immediately clicked the article, and as I scrolled down, it was a tutorial on how to make a fake a fake leak. Make sure you with Photoshop, and how you do the pictures, and make sure the Switch is really dark and the picture's bright and all this stuff. And so, I get it. I've totally shared things like that because I'm instantly excited. Like, yes, it's finally happening. And then you scroll down and you're like, oh, I've been punked. And so it's whatever. It is what it is. We saw that Smash Bros fake leak not too long ago, and the guy made a video talking about how he made it. And I mean, I love when the internet just kind of takes those things apart. Like, there were videos like, well, this can't be real because of this, and this can't be real because of that. Like, it's just a good time. It's a good time. So have fun with leaks. Don't take it all too seriously. Just pretend everything's fake up until we actually know, and you won't be disappointed. So this week's retro flashback is going to be Duck Hunt. All right, so the pack-in game with the Nintendo Entertainment System action set was Duck Hunt. And when I posted Super Mario Bros. Last week, I had a few people say, I just prefer Duck Hunt. So I'm like, all right, I'll throw Duck Hunt out, and we can talk a little bit about that. So chat, if you have any fun memories with Duck Hunt, go ahead and put them in the chat now. And I'm gonna read a few of the different responses I got. For me, Duck Hunt was one of those games that like I never spent a ton of time with, but I do remember pulling out the zapper and getting right up next to the TV and just going for it, like going for a while, like I want to say I hit like level 99 or something like that, but I don't remember the exact level. It was just, I remember the ducks were flying so fast that I could barely shoot them while I was right next to my television. The other thing with Duck Hunt that I think is worth noting is the way the zapper works. They basically, I see if I can explain this correctly, but typically with that technology, what had to happen is there had to be some kind of a sensor or something that would go off in the gun, and it would basically like if you were in the arcades and that kind of stuff, you could see your sight on the screen sometimes, that kind of stuff, and so it knew where it was shooting. Well, the way the zapper worked is every time you pulled the trigger, your entire television went black for like a single. It may have been like a second or less than, it was a millisecond or whatever. I don't know the exact timing. And then there was just nothing but a little white dot that the gun would then see that would reflect into the gun, and you would register a hit. So if that white dot was on a duck, then it would register a hit and you would get the kill and you would get the points. And so that was kind of revolutionary at the time because nothing else was working that way. And then here comes this gun that basically made it easy to do light gun games on TV. And I'm going from memory on this, so if I'm not exactly right, like, please bear with me. But from what I've heard about the zapper, it was pretty, at the time, it was one of those things that, like, when you look at it now, it's like, oh, of course that makes sense. But up until that point, it had been nothing but pretty difficult to get these things to work. And because of that, they no longer work on our flat screen televisions. There's no glass for them to reflect on. So if you want to play Duck Hunt, you've got two options: get a CRT TV, and then get an old NES and hook it up and play Duck Hunt that way. Or the Wii U actually has Duck Hunt. You can use the Wii remote. I have little guns that I stick in, or little just basically gun handles that I stick the Wii remote in, and I can point it at the screen and fire, and it works great. I've even streamed Duck Hunt before because it's possible. And it's a fun game to go back to. It's one that we could play in my household that it was the kind of game that I'm like, okay, I can tell this uncle doesn't like video games. We're going to play Duck Hunt. Because if they're shooting at something and they're getting kills, they're going to have fun. So we would, Duck Hunt was kind of that go-to, like, wasn't played all that often, but at family events, it was the one that came out more often than not. So I definitely had a good time with that game. I loved doing the clay pigeons and that kind of stuff. When you'd land a shot when they were way out, that was kind of fun. And that dog, every time he would laugh at you if you missed, and you'd try to shoot over and over again. Well, in the arcade, you could actually shoot him and he would have like crutches and bandages and everything. If he laughed at you, you could blast him. So they didn't keep that in on the NES version though, unfortunately, because he needed a good he needed to get shot every now and again for being such a punk. So I'm going to read some of the stuff from chat here. Let's see. Yickum, it says, well, Duck Hunt was the only time I broke a TV. LOL. Oops. Mikey B playing says, my brother cut a zapper cord so I could play with him. So I'm not sure if he just was basically tricking you or what, but I mean, hey, good on him. It makes me cry to think of that cord getting cut, but let's see here. Fighting King 1987 says, controlling the duck when playing with a friend. LOL, there's nothing like having that one kid, saying how awesome they are, then shutting it down. Even if it's just controlling the movement and hearing the classic, you're cheating. LOL, good times. Let's see. So I think that's it from chat. I'm going to pull from from Patreon here. This is from Jeremy, and it says, I just wish I could use my zapper still. That's all it says. So there you go. Super Nintendad says, I can't think about Duck Hunt without thinking about just having my gun on the screen. Oh, and the dogs laugh. And guys, quick side note, Super Nintendad has a new podcast out called NES Show. Nintendo Entertainment Show. So NES Podcast. And you can find them on Twitter. You can find them on iTunes and Google Play and Podbean. So check them out. That's NES Podcast, Nintendo Entertainment Show. You should be able to find it on iTunes and Google Play. So here we go. Here's Nightcrawler. I remember checking the eShop every 15 minutes or so on Christmas Day when that game came out on the Wii. And I remember doing the same thing, hearing that it was coming out Christmas, and we waited and waited and waited. It finally came out, and it's one of those games. Again, my dad came up, and I'm like, "Hey, you want to play Duck Hunt?" He's like, "You know I do," So we sat and played for a while, and it was a good time. It was a good time. So, lastly, here is from Kirby Geek, and it says, "Playing the Wii U version." With my cousins on Christmas. This time, no one got in trouble for playing, and she has told the story before how with Duck Hunt, I believe she locked herself in a room away from the other kids so that she was able to play without them bothering her, and she ended up getting in trouble for it. So, and she's all about that orange zapper. Myself, I'm all about the gray zapper. But I think that will forever that'll be the eternal struggle on which one is better. So anyway, that is Duck Hunt. This has been an NPC mini. Guys, you're going to find the show notes for this episode at n64josh.com/NPC94. I do want to let you guys know that I am putting out multiple articles a day, that I want the website to be a resource for you. And so if you're looking for news and different articles, that kind of stuff, I'm working really hard. I can't put out as much stuff as I would like, but I am doing my best. There's quite a few articles on there. I did a Monster Hunter article on just kind of a quick guide to Monster Hunter, because there were a lot of people in Discord asking, like, hey, I don't know much about this series. Should I be excited that it's coming to the Switch? So if you want just the basics of Monster Hunter, go check that out on n64josh.com. And chat's going crazy right now. Orange is best. Orange is what's up. Gray is best. I'm with you, Gray. It's a good time for sure. So anyway, guys, n64josh.com. Lots of articles there. Go check it out. I appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. All of that stuff I'm trying to update is a couple times a day. So I'm putting up different pictures, different questions, that kind of stuff, just trying to interact with you guys. So if you want to be able to interact with me that way, I'm on all the different social media platforms, including Snapchat. I don't use it that much, though. I got to get a little better at that. If you want to email us, it's npc@n64josh.com. You've got questions, comments, want to get involved somehow, like whatever, email me, npc@n64josh.com. I have the Smash Bros. Cast. We're recording live tonight, Nightcrawler and I, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's also on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. You can follow the NPC, the N Powercast, on Twitter. audibletrial.com/NPC gets you a free audiobook. opseat.com gets you. That's where you can find gaming chairs. Use coupon code N64Josh. If you want to check out my Patreon and how you can help support me, support this show, patreon.com/N64Josh. $1 a month gets you an extra podcast, a Q&A show that's kind of fun. NPC t-shirts are available at n64josh.com/store. And guys, come join our Discord. We've had a ton of new friends show up this week and come hang out with us. It is a safe place for you to hang out, talk Nintendo games, talk video games. We don't always agree, but nobody's ever rude. And so we just have a good time. talking games, hanging out with each other. It's fun, so come hang out. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you in the next episode. Later.